Big major 3 modulation, back to 1. Get their chromatic median. Yeah.
Next, I'll be reacting to a K-drama OST composed, arranged, and sung by Kim JeHwi. So this OST is called Dear Moon, and it's from the K-drama called My Mister, which is a story about 2 adults facing the worst moments of their lives and trying to find support in each other. In the drama, the moon becomes a symbol that represents tranquility, meditation, and hope that the adults give each other.
Oh, I would watch this.
Pro tip, meditation is actually really great and very useful. Do it.
Oh.
The solo artist IU, who acted as one of the lead roles in this K-drama, also wrote the lyrics and said that, quote, "When you're in a dark place and all around you is pitch dark, the light you see is moonlight. I hope even in the deepest corners the moonlight, aka an adult, would be fair and shine some light, aka kindness. It is a song that conveys conflicting feelings of poverty and loneliness as well as the warmth that an unreachable moon provides."
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
Dear moon,
Soldo.
Hey, goes up to 3. Sinks down. This is a sinking, falling feeling. Oof.
It sounds like a Christmas song.
I know, I was thinking either like Christmas or musical theater.
Yeah.
Gotta get those bells.
Big major 3 modulation, back to 1. Get their chromatic median. Yeah.
The song definitely sounds more optimistic than the title or the synopsis suggests, but I guess, ooh, falls. I guess it is about hope and hoping in dark times.
Big left channel. Brings it center. That's good stereo imaging right there.
Oh, yes.
This is really good. Feels kind of like television poppy, but like it does
There's
not
vibraphone
take away
in
from the
there.
fact that it's really good. Really good piano. Very acoustic elements. Interesting melody going to the flat 7. Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh my god.
Cello. I played cello for a year.
Did you for real? Oh, hold on a minute. They bring the drums in after 2 minutes of it just being other instrumental stuff. Very, very smart. Really, really excellent pacing.
I love how he landed on F major, but then it just kind of forces it back to B flat major.
I like that tonicization.
I know, that was a cool moment. Harmonic progression, as it were.
Can he teach me how to phrase? I really like his phrasing.
I just like how gentle and honest his voice is. It's very unassuming. It's really not reaching for something that it isn't.
And then we go into... That's a key change if I've ever heard one.
His voice is so pure.
Yeah.
I like his voice a lot.
Me too.
Like, he's still on his core, but it's got a breathiness that is nice, that softens it, so it's not strident.
Yeah.
Plus his mix and his head voice are really good.
Drums sound very cool. So often in these poppy tracks, the drums could easily sound more subdued. But I think here it's perfect.
Nice high harmony. Yeah, really not overpowering in any way. Excellent. Walking up the minor scale in a major key. That's hip. sometimes predictable harmony is just like home.
Yeah.
This is the song that plays during the credits of a sad but sappy and heartwarming rom-com.
That's the major 3 Picardy again. So the material in the verse comes back after the second chorus to wrap up the song, I'm guessing.
Ooh.
I like this piano part.
There's some Bohemian Rhapsody ending right there. With the diminished chord especially.
Oh, the cello comes back. Oh, I love that. That's so cute.
Wow. I thought that was stupendous. I thought that was so good. This is what I'm going to go home and listen to. I love this. I actually do. This sounds like a song I've been trying to write for a really long time.
I got the tranquil vibe. I mean, there was a lot of focus on vocal melody and vocal harmony with uses like things like chimes, xylophone, vibraphone, bells, things like that. Just having a bell-like sound is very calm and tranquil because it's sort of like you get the accent at the beginning, but then it just sort of like disseminates very beautifully. So yeah, I really thought that like that idea of tranquility was coming through, and even just the singing, the tempo was very laid back, so you know the singer could really just like ease into all of the melodies, and the phrasing was beautiful, understated, very nice. So yeah, I liked it too.
It was a very nice song. It was very calming, and I could totally see it as a soundtrack. The singer was sort of like whisper singing, and like you could tell like he was like standing right in front of the mic when he was recording it.
Yep.
But like I really liked it. It just like added to the feeling of it.
Yeah, it's just so heartwarming.
Like,
It's like that
yeah, it was.
heartwarming feel, you know?
If you think about just pure melodic writing, the melody itself and the way it's constructed really fits with the theme of the song, I think. So the verse focuses on going downwards, falling. It starts with Dion. That's a major third. Dion. Or like, and then it goes into a major fourth or a major fifth. It's like trying to go a little farther. And it's very stepwise, the verse after that. So it goes up and down in a very stepwise way. And then in the chorus, you have these very wide melodic leaps. Dee-da-dee-da-da, dee-da-dee-da-da-dee. And that's the upward versus the downward of the verse. And not only does that make it more musically compelling and memorable between the sections, even though the style is the same, it also fits with the idea of finding hope and feeling down. And I think it just all works very nicely together. And given that the song is major, it's nice that there's so much variety. And it does feel hopeful yet melancholic, yet happy, yet somewhat sad at the same time. So
it's like something I did notice was the very tasteful way of going from very simple texture, so just like intervals, and then later flourishing with like many like instruments coming in, doubling up in voices, we're having harmonizing with one another. And then later at the very end, it's like this trickling retardando, you're just taking time.
yeah.
So you're like kind of like winding away.
Yeah.
And it's very interesting because when you talk about like losing hope or losing this sense of hope, it's like when you, it's just like time feels so prolonged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so pretty.
Wow. And just as far as like the instrumentation that they used and the chord progressions they used, it was really expressive and really emotional and kind of like would
Yeah.
tug at you. And then
Especially the cello.
yeah, the cello was
That's
lovely.
something you don't usually hear. Like you always hear piano.
Yeah, the vocal slide and the sigh that you were
The
talking
sigh,
about.
can I talk about the sigh?
Yeah.
I think, okay, so he mostly, like, his breathy tone was, like, noticeably very breathy on the sigh, and, like, I thought that was so cool, and especially how in the beginning he had words to that sigh, and, like, there's a specific example, but I don't know what cantata exactly, but, like, there's this Bach cantata, and I think he says the words, like, weinen or something, which means crying in German, and he's, like, you know, talking about, like, crying, and it just sounds like, you know, crying or sighing, like, ah.
There were just like a lot of expressive emotion here, like flat six I kept hearing all the time. It's that little twist that you hear right before the big resolution, and it's just so gratifying to hear. And also just a note on melody too. Like we're familiar with like a lot more orchestral melodies, and there are just some composers who just know how to write a good melody. Like it sticks, it's harmonically interesting, it stays in your head, and it just like tugs at you. It, you know, kind of just tugs at your heartstrings. And I got that with this melody. It was just so, like, it was just good. It was just well done, so catchy. Just everything. The song was awesome. It was really awesome, and I loved his voice.
Hello everyone, I'm omg-horns channel creator, and I'd like to thank you for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed or learned something from it. If you'd like to support us or help ReacttotheK grow, you can do so by visiting our Patreon and help us out by pledging any amount you can. Big tip of the hat to our Superstar Idol patrons. Thanks for the love. Till next time.